Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, what you want to say, what you want to say, what you want. Say what you want to say, 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 what you want no one.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, traders. How is everybody doing today? Happy Friday. Friday, last day of the week. Missed yesterday. No excuse, really, just kind of lazy. But didn't really miss too much. Looks like I'm a bit wrong in this this Euro short. So I guess we'll be switching gears on that. Anyway, let's go over the charts. Have a look and see what's going on, what's cooking on a Friday. Maybe we can get a trade. Oi. We'll go over the action. I actually got into an ES long here. It's probably going to get stopped out, but we'll see. Maybe. But stops in profit, so we're good. They did bounce it off the little liquidity grab, but you know, ones like these usually don't play out for me. But we'll see. Okay, looking at ES dumped it yesterday. The super wick and then super dump didn't really give any kind of, you know, any kind of chance to get involved, you know what I mean? So this is a 4-hour too, so you know, I don't know, a retest of that might be good. I'm really just trying to get just you know, some kind of bounce here. They did gain a 15 on this. Right here they gained retest, so the entry really should have been from here. So I just threw a couple in just because it was still kind of in the range. But I already have stop and profit, and we'll see what happens, see if they hold this. Really not expecting too much out of this trade. Probably just gonna get stopped out. But they did hold a proper spot. They did come down and hold a 4-hour. So, you know, I think that's for what it's worth. It seems like they might be running out of gas a bit here. You know what I mean? They're you know, they're failing a proper spot here too. But this market's been running, you know what I mean, for a while. So they are kind of running out of gas, I think. Could be anyway. Never know with this stuff. But anyway, we tossed one in anyway. We'll see what happens. See if we can, just trying to get like a trade out of it, you know. Move this up a bit. There. Yeah. Just try to get that. Try to get that for the first one, and then, you know, this is just a little liquidity grab for the second one. We'll try to get that too. Really, this should be a bit higher, but let's see what happens, you know. Could put this one a little bit higher like this. I just kind of want it there, you know, at the very most. I feel like they're gonna fail this now, you know. I'm talking about the Dixie. What a piece of shit this has been to me the last week, you know. Honestly, I've been stopped out a bunch on Dixie. Dixie at the level to hold. I didn't think they were gonna bring it down this far. Now this is looking a little rough for the Dixie because like they did put in a big lower high over here, right? So, you know, this kind of opens up a little bit lower now. Looking to the downside. You know, if they lose this level, they're probably losing this too. So there's, I guess, this whole kind of area, this here is what they're trying to hold. The bottom of this. Let me just bring this back to the daily. Maybe the bottom of this. trying to hold the top of this, and but they've tried already lots of times, and then they put in this lower high. So, you know, I'm probably not going to be taking shorts until I see something a little bit more significant. You know what I mean? On the bounce here, I kind of think that we're due now for a little bit lower, and it's probably going to be here. It's the line that I would write. This, you know, they bounced it here. It's this right here, this move that made this low. There's still this to the downside, but okay, let's hope this one holds. You know what I mean? There's still this stuff to the downside, but let's just hope this one holds. Here's I'd be looking for longs. I am looking for longs here too, you know, but I need to see some kind of something a little bit more substantial than just this shitty 15-minute gain. That's just seems to be petering out. You know what I mean? They did gain a 15 here. I'd like to see them gain it again on this side. If they start gaining something again on this side, maybe we'll take a short. Maybe we will. We'll have to see. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. It is possible. So let's have a look at Bitcoin, I guess, is next. So Bitcoin, kind of interesting here. Some of our crypto positions did get stopped out. We will look into that when we get to that part. Let's just open up this chart so you can guys have a little bit better view here. On Bitcoin on the 4 hour, so came down, failed the 4 hour spot, then held, and then kind of gained it. Now holding where they need to, right? They should be holding this. So they're holding it. So really, we might have opportunity here for a trade. I think in Bitcoin, we start gaining back above 57. We could have a leverage trade on our hands here. Just gonna put that on the old alerts list here. Might have an old 30 timeser going out. We're still in a bunch of crypto trades. We're still in a bunch of stocks we still have going. I made a few adjustments. I did some selling, and I think I cut a position or two loose. I can't remember. I did some work on the positions sheet. So we'll look at that. Before that, let's just have a quick look at the ecom calendar. Yes, numbers today at 8:30. It's probably going to stop this out. Let's be honest. The numbers always stop me out, man. Especially when I have a tight stop like this. It's almost a guaranteed stop out, you know? I might just take a quick profit right here and just let the rest go. Because, like, I know the numbers are coming, man. The numbers are coming, you know? So, quick profit. Oh, great. Yeah, it deleted my stop. I gotta get off trading V, man. I can't do this anymore. You know? I'm just gonna shut this position down. I can't deal with this shit anymore. Really, this trading view is just, it's brutal. It like starts acting up and like, just doing wrong things, fucking with your position. I just closed off the position there. It was quick $50. Quick $50, man. Sometimes when you close off the position, or like you like, sometimes it's like a ghost in trading view that will just like, you know, fuck with your stop or take away. Like yesterday, it took away a PT. It just took it away. Like it was not in my open orders. It was not in my working orders. Nothing. It was just taken away. Great. Good. So numbers at 8:30. I think best to just wait until numbers are done before making any trades. So because it says it's gonna impact it. Let's just look at that one more time. It was red impact. PPI numbers and core PPI. It's both coming at 8:30. So numbers today. So honestly better to just wait until those numbers are done and see what the fuck's going on. Because I'm sure numbers are gonna make some kind of crazy wick. I like to just be out of the market when that shit's going on from here on out. They just fucked me over like 3 times in this last month alone. And if I would have just waited, I would have been profitable in those trades. So like, forget it. If there's numbers coming up, I just wait until after they're done. Yeah. So that's that. We can take a quick look at the NQ. I know some of you guys trade the NQ. Let's just have a look at it and see what's going on here. So NQ coming down, holding the top level, failing the daily up here. Not very good for the daily failure. Failing the daily. Not too good. Trying to hold on to this weekly level. Let's just switch this to the daily and this to the 4-hour. A little better sense of what's going on. So that's a daily failure right there. So, you know, you can see this happening down here, you know. This right here. I think, yep. It's kind of the level I'd be watching. So, you know, if we do go back up here, you know, I would be looking for shots to down here. We'll see. We'll see if this 4-hour holds, man. Might not. Top of this too. It's top of the weekly, so you know it may hold, maybe. It's kind of the layout. We are at a spot for it to hold. They didn't gain anything. Oh, they kind of gained here. Oh yeah, they did. Trade's underway. Yeah, pretty good trade here too, right? It's too bad. You know, gaining this. It's pretty good. Pretty good price action here, you know, having a nice 15-minute gain after a new low. Oh, not gaining that, sorry. Gaining this with that. Then coming back down and testing the previous. Close to it, you know. Not bad. Trade's underway though at this point, so if you're not in the trade, it's like you missed it. So that happened in, you know, that happened at 2 in the morning. 2 in the afternoon for me, it would have been. If I was at the charts, would have been a good trade to take. Let's look at the RTY. Wow. RTY just blasting today, making new highs. Let's look at the 4-hour here. Wow. Look at this thing. Holy shit. Just blasting, yeah? Wow. Just about to make new highs here. Old man Russell. Just blasting. This guy is blasting. Just keep an eye on this. All-time high. Just kind of keep an eye on that. See if they can, it's actually a little bit higher. There you go. If they get over that and then start failing it, it's a decent place to take a short. I don't really trade this product though that much, but it's there. GC, just look at gold. So we're talking about longs down here before, man. They're off to the races at this point. Holding, you know, kind of expect new highs. Kind of expect new highs for these guys. Keep an eye on this and this, I would say. One more thing here. It's kind of the area. Keep an eye on those. Cool. Probably a comeback now. Hold the top of this. Trying to hold the top of this daily, but I don't know, they might do it. They might do it. Pretty cool level down here. This is the one that I like down here. If there was a pullback, that would be the level to be looking at. Like this right here. Yeah. That would be the level I would be looking at on a pullback. And nothing to do right now because they're just in an uptrend and it looks like they're gonna gain it, right? So I don't know. It's hard to short that. Hard to short that in the longer time frame. Anyway, let's take a peruse through stocks. Get this back over to the weekly. Get this on the daily. Get over to our stock positions. See, we should just bring up our positions here so we can have a quick look at everything. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. AMC up about 5% on this guy. Not too much to say here, man. Like they're trying to hold this, right? So like see if they do, right? Kind of important to get above this weekly and hold it. That's what they're doing, right? So holding for now. See if they continue. It's kind of to the upside is going to be this, yeah. That's the big one. There's also this, right? So should just mark this on here too, because this is going to be some resistance there too. This whole area with this liquidity grab over top of this, and lots of stuff in here, right? For it to fail. Pretty good short squeeze on this already, so just like, let's see if this pops, you know. They already took liquidity above here, so anyone that was chasing this short down and had like tight stops got stopped out. And it's not even a tight stop. Having your stop above the weekly is not a tight stop, right? So a lot of people probably got stopped out here, man. A lot of people got stopped out here. So kind of opens it up, right, for higher. I'm sure a ton of people got stopped out there. Cause you could, that was it. It would have been a pretty safe place to put the stop. Kind of expected a little bit more on the pullback for them to pump it a bit more, but whatever. We'll see what happens. BIIB, we're down 4% in this. We got a really shit entry here. So basically at entry on this weekly gain. Back here. Really, we should be in it from here or like here, you know. We've gained the weekly again on this side now. So it looks like they're gonna go. They held where they needed to. And then they started gaining weeklies, so I don't know, worth a shot anyway. I like it back above here. This is kind of the area that I'd be looking for. Something like that. 300. Even 300 would probably take some profits. I mean, even at 260, 268, probably take some profits too. Something like that. This one really looks like shit, dude. I almost cut this one loose, but I didn't. Because it looks like it has an easy... Be right back, guys. Yeah. All right, continuing on. BMY, yeah. So just kind of hoping on this guy, you know. We'd like it to do something, man. You know, it's trying to hold this. See if it does. This might be one that I'm cutting loose. I'll give it another 5 or 10%, and then that's it. I just cut it loose. If it doesn't start doing something down here. CHRW up 7%, and this guy still looks okay. Hanging on to the weekly. I don't like how it had a weekly. It didn't have a weekly close below or close above, right? Kind of sucks. We'll see if this holds. Really don't want this. Like taking liquidity here is okay, but you know, you want them to hold this upper range, right? Need them to hold up this upper range up here, you know. So bouncing around up here is okay before another leg up, but need them to hold up there. Really, I had a shit entry on this too. I really should just get out of this trade now while it's up. But I did take a little profits when it was up here a week ago or whatever. CRL, basically at entry on this guy. This guy's starting to look good again. I'm holding where it needs to. Nice little weekly gain, close, and had a daily gain. Putting in a daily gain yesterday. Curious to see what this guy's gonna do today. I'll check back in on this guy today. But yeah, this one might even go out in Discord or in on Twitter. I think this is pretty good for Twitter. Probably add a bit more to this guy. This guy's kind of an expensive one. Bit expensive, but looks to be in a very good area. Worth a shot, you know. Worth a shot anyway. Close to a weekly gain, gaining the daily. Close to a weekly gain. You know, not too bad, man, for this guy, honestly. We'll see what happens in the next couple days, but if we start seeing action up here in 220 or whatever, if we get another 10 bucks out of this guy, it's just, I would say good to go. It's good for a shot back up to here. If you want to be right, like there to be safe, you know, that's not too bad. 20%. It's a little 20%er. See if she gains. Put it out on Twitter. Put it out on Twitter for the boys, yeah? Twitter for the boys. Post. CRL. Sting. You're all holding where it needs to. Looks okay. Put that out there right now. Boom, going out on Twitter for everybody. All right, what do we got now? What do we got now? What do we got now? CTRA up 8% in this guy. Yeah. This weekly gain up 8% still. This guy's in kind of the same spot, coming down, holding the weekly. So we'll see what happens. You know, if this guy starts gaining this daily, it looks good. It looks good to go for higher. Like back, I would say even back up to here, 29 is what I'd be looking for. It doesn't really move that much, man. Really. Get it. I like this one. I'll be looking just to get out of and get into something else that moves more. CVS gained the daily, down 11% in this guy. Yeesh. This doesn't look too bad. CVS. Yeesh. I mean, you know. I hope it holds here. We're down 10% in this guy. Honestly, I'll probably just be looking to get back out, just back up into this range up here. Around 70. Am I in this guy at? 65. Okay. Not the best. CZR, we did add more to this position. Yeah, we did add more. We're in this guy from 43 average now. You know, this one still looks good, man. We put this one out in Discord and told everybody we were adding more. You know, it comes down like that on a monthly and holds, and then gains a weekly. You know, we talked about this. We talked about this before this week. You know, before it had this move. I believe we talked about it right here. Just looks good to go for more. You know, it's, you know, at least back up to here, man. At least back up to test the top of this range, probably higher. But yeah, we did add more of this guy. We're up 8%. Oh no, sorry, CZR, we're down 10% in this one right now. Yeah, a little less because it's up pre-market. This guy had a 6% gain yesterday. It was pretty sweet. Already up 7% since we talked about it. Dash. Ugh. Dash still trying to hold on to this weekly. Ugh, this actually doesn't look the greatest for this guy. Might be cutting this one dry too. Like they had a daily gain over here and they just didn't manifest in anything. Wasn't a hard enough gain, you know. I still thought this one was going down anyway. I just thought it might have a pullback first, but I guess I was wrong. It still might. I don't like how it's creating swings down on the daily or on the weekly, so I don't think it'll get up that high. This might be one in the put in the star pile for. We might have to get out of it. Disney still looks good long term. It's in the long term buy spot. This one's kind of a real slow mover, but you know, not too bad. It's like a 20% gain to there, man. You know, just wait till it gets back there and sell it. EMN. So EMN holding here, having an inside daily gain. Not too bad. Still kind of just holding. Once these stocks, like, all I really do, man, is like go for, you know, I know where to get in and get the entry, and then I know where like some liquidity levels are. So like I just try to get, you know, 1 or 2 profit targets, and then I kind of just move the stop to profit, and just that's it. You know, you kind of move along. You don't really need to do too much after the fact. Like just adjust stops, right? This one still looks okay. There's this big level here too, right? So maybe there. But we did take a little bit of PTs on this already. Just adjust stops a bit. Etsy. This one's a real piece of shit, but it started to gain the daily. I didn't put this one out yet. This one is in the long-term buy spot. At the top of it. Could slide a bit more, right? That's why I didn't put it out. I think this one's going to be due for a move soon. You know, I would have liked to see a bigger daily gain on that. So we'll see if we start getting some action back in the 60s, and we're talking. EW. And is EW on here twice? No, EMN was. Okay. EW. So this one came down, held the weekly. Yeah, this still looks okay, dude. Still looks okay to go. Let me just see here. Let's look at this monthly here for a second. Yeah, like they held this monthly here. So, you know, that's where you wanted them to hold it. And it didn't have a daily close above. I don't like that. Maybe a pull back into this. What am I in this at? EW 75. So I got lots of room. So maybe a pull back into this area. Test this again. This daily. It's the top of this. It's the bottom of this. Not really tested yet. So a few things there. Maybe pull back, but I honestly, if we start getting below here, below 85, I wouldn't be very much interested. I mean, let's just call it below this monthly here. If we start getting below 81, I'm not really interested in this guy anymore. Could just look to re-enter down here, right at 67. If they're gonna bring it back, you might as well just get the fuck out of the way and just re-enter when it's down here. This stuff, like, we're looking at big time frames, right? So this is like, takes forever for these moves to happen, really, man. But yeah, you kind of want to see them hold this upper range now. Now that they're up here, you want to see them hold it. If they start sliding down, you just kind of get out of the way. Better to just get out of the way and let them do what they're gonna do. They did make a lower low here too, so they could come down and slide it. And like if they slide it, well, there's nothing much here, right? Next thing down is really, there's this, but this is what they're holding now. Anyway, FE looks strong. Big daily gain there. Pumping now. Looks good. Came down, held the weekly. Expecting this about higher than this. Testing the next level up. It's going to be this 41. .41's like the big weekly failure to gain, so it's gonna be that probably right here. Yeah, right there. Give me on the magnet, bro. Right there. It's kind of where I would be looking. 41.38. You may even take the liquidity, who knows, and take the liquidity above. We'll see. Fizz almost through these stocks, guys. After these stocks, we'll look at crypto, a whole bunch of different cryptos. So Fizz, let's see here. Still looking good, coming down, holding the weekly. This is tested down here. Yeah. So still a big gap here. I'd like to see them gain this daily on the internal trend. So if they gain that, then we'll see what happens today. We'll check back in on this again on Monday or on the weekend. But if I'd like to see a move like that, and then we can move up our stops. Right now our stops are moved up already. Basically at entry, just a little bit higher than entry. Well, not really. Our entry's at 61. Our entry's down here, so a little bit higher than entry. We did take a PT off this level, so we'll see. Hopefully we can take this liquidity up here. But looking good, coming down and just holding the weekly. Had a nice weekly close above too, so this still looks good for higher. This one we've been talking about for literally, I've been talking about this one for a year. So we're finally in the position where I have a massive position in this. We've been accumulating positions since here, since the gain of this and the retest. So right here is where we started accumulating positions. So we have much. We're basically at entry. Yeah, we're up 1% or whatever, but we're basically at entry. We've been accumulating all through here, expecting up here. This is, even right here, right now, is still a good time to buy. This gave a perfect. It's just playing price action perfectly, right? We had a perfect daily gain with aggression, down retest, and then like all these marks have been here for a long time. So it's it's just this one's playing gonna. I believe this one's gonna play perfectly. So kind of expecting 148. That's a pretty big gain from here. We have a pretty big position. 35% gain. Sure, I'll take it. Thanks for the free money, market. INC. Is this one that I cut loose? Oh no. INC, we're basically at entry on this. We are in it from the previous level here. I think we just had a shit entry, man. I don't know. Can't remember what happened on this one. We did gain this. We're basically at entry. So, we're just trying. We'll see what happens up here. Really, I don't love this one, but it looks like it's turning around. We get the classic W pattern there. The classic W pattern. Let's go. Oh shit. Fucking funny. Big move on the daily yesterday. And gaining the internal daily here. So looks good. Up pre-market. KCH. KHC, excuse me. All right, KHC coming down, holding the weekly gain here on the internal weekly gain, holding it. Would really like to see. I have a notification on this guy. If we gain this daily, I'm gonna add more. So I'm waiting to see. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But if we start seeing closes up into 32s, 32.50s up here, I'm gonna add more. And I'm shooting for 38. 20%. Looks okay. Looks okay, man, because it gained this weekly. Holding on to this one, you know, it could hold. This could hold. If this holds, it's most likely going here. 39, 20%. Not like massive gains like crypto, but still something. KIM, massive pump on the daily yesterday. So we're back to about break even on this one. So we're still in this from this weekly gain, right? New weekly low, weekly gain, up, retest, right? So we could have had a better entry, but we didn't. Gaining the weekly again on the internal trend. So if we see pullbacks now to 19, really I should have added more to this position. It was dumb not to. I should have added more here when we gain this daily. I wasn't paying attention on that guy. But yeah, that should have been a position where I added more. Anyway, a retest back down into the 19s. Now it looks pretty good for you know, a re-add for more, for a challenge of up here. 22. 12%. Really not that much. Holding this zone though. So really, you know, really you could aim for up here too. 35%. This is more of the trade that you should be doing, aiming for up here. KMB, we're up 17% in this guy. In back from the weekly gain. This one we just got we got in from here. Good, we got a really good entry on this guy. So coming down, closing the gap basically on the daily, gaining the daily again on the internal side, and pushing again. Levels to the upside is around 44, 45, and really, I believe we've taken profits on this guy. We should, if we haven't, here, this is the profit spot. You should be taking profits here. So I'm gonna check this today and make sure that we've taken profits on it. I'm sure I would have done that yesterday. I went through a bunch of these yesterday, and I took profits, and I cut a couple loose, couple like ones that we were down 10% or whatever, or 15%. And then just kept a couple runners and then moved some stops around. Carmax pumping. Up 13% on this guy now. Still looks good. Still targeting around 87 on this guy. I don't want to take any really too much, and I didn't take anything on this guy yet. But I wouldn't want to take anything until 87. Another $10. We're in this from Carmax 70, and we're in this from 70. So just this weekly, you know, it's just like this is all just price action, right? and a weekly gain here, right here. This is the low. Weekly gain, retest. So really, anytime if it starts gaining the weekly after this, anytime that you see this come back down, you know, you can be looking to take trades. So this has come down. So this is an internal weekly gain. Internal weekly gain here. So it's come down, testing this level. It came back down, taking the liquidity and testing the bottom of this, right? And then gaining again, right? So it looks like it's gonna test back up here again, I would imagine. We will see. Once we're up there, we can look to take profits. Marta pumped. I meant to do re-ads on this guy too, but I never got around to do it. Took the weekly liquidity, held it, pumped it. This one looks good to go also, right? Like this one really looks good to go. It's holding on to the weekly level. This one might be one that we put a little bit more into. I want this back above 171. This one looks pretty good to go. Even from here to 171 is like 40%. So this is one that's on the list of getting re-added. Try to get on a pullback here, but honestly, even just smashing in here is it's still like looking at the weekly, it still looks okay. NEM. Try to get through the rest of these kind of quick here. NEM blasting. NEM definitely in the profits zone, so I have to look at that today too. NEM up 30% on this guy. Blasted yesterday. I'm sure I took profits on that yesterday. PTLR, we did take a little bit more profits on this guy yesterday too. This is kind of just a runner at this point. We're just going to see what happens now. We've taken over half the position out. Tesla, it's kind of a long-term trade for me. I didn't take anything on this guy yet, but pulling back down to 205 doesn't seem out of the question. We'll see what happens. Kind of like them to hold this now, right? So we'll see. Down to 36. Eesh. Not holding the top of that, so maybe the bottom of it. Yeah, that's 2. That's quite a bit down still. Let's top of that. It's another 15% down. We'll see. See if the top of this holds. Yeah, it's basically right at it. Let's see what happens. Warner Brothers still making small moves. This guy, we've accumulated quite a bit. We have accumulated quite a bit on this guy. I won't recommend this to people, but this guy, this isn't a super long-term spot to buy. You know, it's better to wait for some kind of signal first, but like the daily signal is like pretty high now. We keep it above this. It looks okay to go, so we'll see. MXTK. MXTK, we're down on this one 15%. We entered at 253. How did we enter so shitty, man? So we entered just on this retest of this weekly. Oh, and they didn't hold. That's brutal. This looks pretty bad. I'd like to see them gain this, or we're probably going to get out of this position. We did gain a daily. If we don't gain this weekly here, we're probably getting out of this position. So need to get it back above that. to see. I do like this pump that they had though. This is an expensive position too to be in, right? This is the area to hold though too, right? Like they're testing it perfectly, so we'll see what they do. I'd like to see them gain that weekly. We're only down 15% in it, so it's not a huge deal. All right, those are the portfolio positions. I did a little work on the portfolio. I can show you guys. Yeah, here we go. So I did a little work on the portfolio. You can see like I'm gonna get it to update the portfolio value of each one in real time. So we'll have that for us also. So we'll have to. It's gonna take a little work. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of scripting for that to work. Because I needed to capture the value of each portfolio every day and plot it on a chart. So I need to do a script for that for sure. But I'm gonna have a running chart. I'll put it over here on the one side, like over here, under where it says futures. And then I also put a tab where you can collect all your trade data, like a trade journal. So I'll be putting down every trade that we do starting soon. In that we can go over everything. Just keep this wide open like a book, man. Transparency city over here. Good thing I got out of this ES position because it's not working. I would have been stopped. So I took $50 instead of being stopped. Good. I'm just waiting for these numbers at 8:30. I want to see what happens here. And then we can look at getting into some positions maybe, or at least go over all the crypto positions and see where we're at. I believe that one on the screen is the one that we're down. We're stopped out. We're not down because I put all the stops in profit. So we'll have a look and see what's up with that. What's up with that? Does I wonder if the be right back thing? Oh no, doesn't. Yeah. So just kind of waiting for the numbers. Yeah, man, this this Dixie, man, I was just dead wrong on this, man, for the last little while. Just been getting stopped out all week. But honestly, for these futures, man, it's better to just be playing, like, look at the 4 hour. That's it, 4 hour and 15 minutes. That's all. What's going on the 4 hour? I end up getting into trouble when I have these overarching big time frame ideas, and then I never end up I miss out on taking profit targets because I get greedy. You can't trade it like you trade stocks. Let's go to the charts here and we'll have a look at these numbers and see what happens here at 8:30. 8:30 numbers coming up. It's like we're seeing a little failure here on the ES. Maybe one more short. Not until after the numbers though, man, really. Dixie hasn't gained on the inside yet, so we'll see. Wait and see what happens with the Dixie. Okay, 1 minute here till the numbers come. PPI, I think it was. Little PPI. Here we go. Here's the numbers. All right, we done? No. And the one time I wait for the numbers, it goes against me. So Dixie looks like it's gaining anyway, man. ES dumped the range. Quit the blaster. The blaster, yes. We need this stop at 33. 33. 26, yeah? So let's just get a limit order in here then. I'll take one there. $33. And then there'll be one more. Okay, that's my this is gonna be my trade. This is the second trade for today. We'll let this play. Bring up this 4 hour here. So kind of expecting this to fail at this point, but That's the first one. This is the second one down here. And then the third one would just be a runner. There's your... How many times I shorted this and been wrong, man. So bad. Oops. All right, we'll try it. Try it again. ES pumped it. Maybe get one more. Try to get that at least, you know? Come on. Really all week, man. Just been not good, you know? This I tried to short. This I tried to short. You know? He took it all the way and swept it, you know? Like, fuck you, man. Pretty bad. Pretty shit week. This week for trading the futures. Anyway, the stocks I'm doing fine. I'm up like fucking 40% in the Tesla trade. I actually had a short on this yesterday. I shorted up here off of this. They started failing this, and I shorted, and then I just took profits just because I shorted a lot, and I just took profits. I took half the profits, and then when they started gaining a little bit, I just took the rest off. Anyway, let's hope this works out okay. Let's rip through our crypto portfolio and just have a quick look at that. I don't really have them in a portfolio. I just kind of have them in they're just in the top 50 crypto list. So let's just have a look through these real quick here. Soul had one on it, no? Come on, bros. I definitely have a trade on Soul. What's going on here? Daily 4 hour. Why? I don't know why it's not showing, you know? I'm in on Soul from 133. 133. Almost stopped out, really. Long position 133. Because my stop's in profit at this point. I'm just put that like that. For now, good enough. XRP, no. Ton, we're in a short. I don't know why all this shit's not showing anymore. I don't know why. Just all the TAs just wiped off of all these charts, you know? Why? Thanks, TradingView, you fucking piece of shit software. ton we're short from 765. $765. Stop some profit on this guy too. I was just gonna target it quite lower, I think. Doge, we're not in this guy, no? Nah. No. AVX. This one we're in, we got stopped out. Just gonna remove this from the old chart there. Alright. Sheeb. We're still in Sheeb. Wow. Dot is the next one we're in. Dot. Oh, there, see? So we're still in the, we might have got stopped out of this guy too. Didn't move the stop in this guy, I don't think. I believe we are stopped out of this guy too. Dot, stop out. XLM. This is the name of the game, guys. Name of the game. We are not stopped out of this guy. Stops in profit at this point. XLM up 55%. Good. MNT. Fuck me, man. $0.65 we're in on this guy. 65. Yeah, we're not stopped out of this guy either. Stops in profit in this guy too. CRO. CRO. Not stopped out of this guy also. We're in on this guy from 8283. Around there. Stops in profit. Aiming for at least up there. MKR. This one's looking good too. We're in from 2125, 2125. Could have got actually a decent entry on this guy. Vet's looking pretty good. You can see we're in on this guy. Stops being moved to profit. Should have took a PTA here really. 71% on that guy. What is this thing? SUI. We're in from 65.42, 65.42, around there. Stops in profit. We're aiming for much higher. So see if these I'm kind of almost expecting all of these positions to get stopped out. We'll see what happens. just this the saga continues with this fucking thing, yeah. Just one more. One more, yeah. Market 33. Let's see if this thing can fucking hold here, man. You didn't gain it, yeah. I hate you. This number should have helped this. They trying to gain this here, you know. Looks like a gain to me, man. That's a gain to me. That's a gain on the Dixie to me, man. You know? Looks like higher to me. It could be totally wrong though. It could just do nothing, you know? I've been wrong a lot on the on this euro lately. Dixie is trying to hold. It looks like they're trying to hold. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna grab a quick drink, folks. And I'll be right back. All right, boys. We're back. Market open in about 30 minutes. It doesn't look like this Euro short is going to work out. Maybe. Not looking good. See if they hold. They did have a little gain there, right? So internal. Look at getting into a Bitcoin leverage long too here soon if they gain above 57,600. Just trying to get to there for the first PT this time. Let's see if they can hold. Pretty good test here on there. Pretty good little positions tracker thing though. I will update this more. And then I'll probably just give it out to you guys for free. too shabby. Spent a little bit of time getting that set up. Yeah, Dixie doesn't look good. Need to start doing something, buddy. So, I mean, these internal gains, they don't play very well, man. It's my problem even with just futures in general is like, you know, it feels like you're always playing subpar setups, you know, always. Better off just focusing on stocks, man. Oh, Copilot, is that what that is? I was like, what is that thing? Great. Copilot has arrived. Will Bitcoin price go up? Hello? Hello? How are you, Copilot?
Hello. I'm here and ready to assist. How can I brighten your day today? Whether you have a question...
Oh my god, that's the worst. You're the worst Copilot ever. Stupid AI. It's so intrusive. They just automatically put a fucking icon on the bottom of my screen that I can't get rid of. Can I even get rid of this thing? No. Even if I right click it, it just opens this thing. Settings. Off. No, it's still there. On, off. I want it off. Yeah, you can't even turn it off. It's so stupid, man. You know? Intrusive. I didn't ask for this. It just shows up one day on the side of my menu. All right, man. Dixie, it's time to just pump it. You know, we've had the long discussions all week long about this bullshit. You've been fucking me and fucking me over again and again. You know, enough is enough, you know. You had an internal trend gain. Just fucking let's play it once for the team. Let's do it for the stream. Hanging in there. Trying, man. They're trying to hold it, but this is just not looking very convincing, man. Let's see what happens. Yes, it's buying it, man. They're buying this. Gaining this 15 after this crazy wick. It's a 10-point stock, man. Cannot. Do you see? I was in this earlier. I bought this and then I sold it because I knew the wick was coming. It's better just to be out of the fucking market, man. You really need to be paying attention to the CCOM calendar because it always, you know, there's always market impact days, man, where numbers come and make things go fucking crazy, you know what I mean? And if you're in positions close to those times, and these are the times like I trade, right? Like I trade at 8:30. So I always need to be just aware of if shit is coming. And honestly, if numbers come, it's almost better just to wait till they're done. Wait till they're done, or like try to buy one swing down. So this really isn't looking too promising for me and this trade. I might just get the fuck out of it, honestly. I think I will. Close position. I don't like it now. I should never have broke my rule here and got into a trade that was in an internal trend gain. I don't play those. I do not play those. You know? Better to just stay the fuck home when those are on. Really, we're just waiting, I think, for new lows at this point, and then just see where this is. Pretty close to a Bitcoin gain here too. Anything fancy happening in pre-market? Anything fancy in pre-market? Always gotta look through. Coming on through, man. Some of these don't have pre-market. Like this, there's no pre-market. I don't know why. There's 4-hour gain here on CTRA pre-market. That's a daily gain too. Inside trend daily gain. That's pretty good. Not really inside trend, this is main trend. Looks pretty good for higher. This guy's still off to the races, that's awesome. Dash, really? I should get the fuck out of this one too. Etsy having a 4-hour gain yesterday. Nothing too crazy happening. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. I'm just ripping. Tesla losing a 4-hour. Should see profits on that, man, really. Stupid not to. AMC up. Okay. Oh, glad I got out of this trade. Not looking the greatest, yeah. Really just fucking dead wrong on this Dixie shit, man. Brutal. Market open about 15 minutes. Let's look at the weekly here. Like this is right at it, you know what I mean? like to see something a little bit more convincing, man, than an internal fucking 15-minute gain. Definitely would have been stopped out there. It's like Bitcoin's crossing the 15-minute. We can look for, if this 15-minute closes up here, we can look for leverage long. Looks like it's going to, like the way that the Dixie looks. Yeah, it looks like they're holding this, man. I like it. Can almost kind of smash right in. So be a 30 times trade. I'll put the orders in this range. In this range right here, from the all in the red, and then the stop will be here. Targeting higher for this. First profit target will be there. Even a bit lower right there. See, we're not in yet. We need a retest first. Gonna set this up now. Okay, 30 times trade. Dixie trying to hold on to this level. I just don't see this happening at this point. You can gain a shit. Need a new low. Need a new low first. Yes, giving a little bit of opportunity here. I don't love it. You know what I mean though? Like you end up taking, you know, these subpar trades, man. It's not, I don't know, it's not the greatest. Why you get stopped out a lot in the futures, man. Or even when you do like leverage crypto trading, like it's better to just be trading on the daily charts, you know? Like, better. Or like, you know, just trade on the dailies or the weekly. So like, you know, aim for down here. Stops here. You know? Aim for here, stops here. Or like this was an okay daily trade, you know, right here. They gained this. Isn't even a really proper gain. The reason I like that one is because they took the liquidity. I don't know, this, you know, taking a trade here is, I don't really love it, you know? Even though I'm taking it, it's like, you know, it's fucking sideways bullshit. This is a 4-hour continuation on the inside trend. They did gain this and they're holding this, so, you know, it's at least a 4-hour play. Fuck. Yeah, we're gonna push some in right now, just so we're in the trade. You know, it looks okay, you know. They did gain this 4-hour and they're holding this. So, and they gained a 15 at the level. So, this looks okay. This was the 15-minute gain that they gained. So that this is the zone that we'll be buying. Lever or order, like, you know, a little bit here, more here, lots here, and a whole bunch here. So really our entry is going to be a little bit lower because they're averaging in. So we'll see what happens with that. We do have the rest of, if Bitcoin pumps here, the rest of our entries that we did on all the altcoins are gonna do good. We still have some couple got stopped out. We got stopped out of Pepe. A few got stopped out because I did tight stops on everything, man. As soon as we did the first pump off the entry, I just moved all the stops up just because it's too There's too much value out there in the crypto in the crypto portfolio, you know what I mean? And like honestly, the whole market kind of moves together, right? So if Bitcoin doesn't hold this area and go, then you know the altcoin market's gonna die too, even worse than Bitcoin. So that's why you can't be too you really gotta kind of be careful when you're trading a whole bunch of different coins at the same time. So we'll see if this works out. Looks like Dixie's trying to hold on here. I really don't like the setup here in Dixie. That's why I got out of this trade. This didn't really have a gain, even though they are kind of at a longer term level here. They're at the weekly, right? This is literally the last level to hold. But I don't like how they put in a lower weekly here. Not to say this can't go, and honestly it probably will. I will look at taking another short over here on the euro. We're really at the, you know, this is it. If they don't hold here, then it's probably headed down to this, down here, this one. You've held here already 1, 2, 3, 4 times down here, 5 times if you count this one. And then now putting in a lower, I don't like that. Even though like they did gain this weekly, so they gained this weekly here with this, so there might be a move like this first, then down. We'll have to see. You know, I wanted this to hold. That's why I was taking shorts here. I got beat up this week in euro because I wanted this to hold. If this held, this probably would have went to this here, up here. That's what I was shooting for, but it didn't. So no need to even talk about it because it didn't hold. But if that would have held, then you know we would be talking about up here, but it didn't. So since it didn't hold, you know, this area now becomes pretty serious resistance for this, you know, and like the top of this right here too becomes very serious resistance, the top of this guy. So maybe a move like this first, but then after probably this. And it is unfortunate. I really thought we were gonna go higher in Dixie, but I think I was wrong. Mariusz, what's going on, brother? Oh yeah, shit. Cheers for that. I left it on the positions. I'm not at my office, right? So like the setup here is kind of like half-assed, you know. I appreciate you coming by though. Yeah, I was saying just on the Dixie here, you know, I was wrong on this. I wanted was for this level to hold. This right here, this weekly. So I got beat up pretty bad taking shorts, you know, this week because I was hoping that this level would hold, but it didn't. And then I got caught up in taking shorts. So, you know, Now we're at the absolute last area for it to hold, and I don't think it's gonna hold anymore at this point, because we put in a big lower lower high on the weekly here. So because we put in a big lower high, maybe this will play a little bit, like it'll maybe go up here, but this is going to turn into big resistance now. So I was thinking maybe like that, and then like that. Maybe we'll see. Could still try to take a short here, but now it's not going to be like the mega short that it was. It's only going to be a short to there. If they start gaining, and like right now it doesn't look good. Like these guys didn't gain shit here, right? They are at the level though to hold, but they didn't really gain shit. The notification went off for KHC. They're gaining the daily here. Not too bad, man. These guys don't look too bad. Let's have a quick look at this on the weekly. Yeah. So, gain the weekly, coming back, retesting, and holding and gaining a daily. You know, these guys, it looks good to go, man. In my mind. This will go out in the Discord. KHC. Dixie test 105. Yeah, maybe up here. You know, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. At this point, I don't know, right? Like it's like, where's the 4 hour? If they hold this, you know, I'm gonna think that it's gonna be kind of hard to get over top of that. And then if you look on the longer time frame, like on the weekly, the big thing to be rejecting. Let's just clean this chart up a bit. Yeah. So they rejected this on the way down. This. They rejected on the way down right here. So that's kind of the big areas that we were talking about. 105. You're talking about 105. Yeah, back up here. Hey, I don't know. I don't think it would go that high again. Depends if this holds. If this holds, then yeah, maybe. But they're gonna have big problems here now. Big problems here. This weekly order block is gonna be a big problem. You know, that this whole area, the mid range, is gonna be a big problem. So we'll see. Maybe back up to there. If this holds, this may not even hold. They need to. I need to see something on the 15 at this point. Really, I'd like to see new lows first, new local lows, and then gain this new 15-minute swing that was just created, and then take a shot to like. I would just be aiming for the 4 hour, really. Just right here. Just front run it to the 4. This. Looks like we entered into some Bitcoin longs. Didn't get super filled, but we got some. I think we got 2. I think we got 2. 2 out of 2 out of 6. appreciate you coming by, Mariusz. It's gonna take a little while to get people coming by, I think. I don't know, I gotta think of ways to promote this. So let's just clean up these charts too. I'm going to, this one's going out on you or on put this out on Twitter too, man. This is a daily gain, right? Yeah. Looks all right. For Bitcoin, I can go through it. Do it on the bigger chart here so we can see BTC, USDT. So on the let's just look at the daily here, daily and the 4 hour. So we'll clean this off too on the 4 hour. So this is pretty so on the daily it did come down and test this. This is a weekly too, right? So this is the weekly level that it's testing. So it came down and tested that. So on this initial bounce, I was already looking at longs in the altcoin market. My plan was to buy a higher low because they're testing something pretty significant here. You can see on the positions, right? Like there used to be more here, but I moved stops into profit, so I got stopped out in a bunch in profit. So, but there's still I have a whole bunch of positions now in altcoins, leverage positions too. For Bitcoin, I like to see something a little bit more significant. Wouldn't have been wrong to try to buy this higher low. That's what I did for all the altcoins. I just tried to buy this higher low and I just put stops here. For Bitcoin, I wanted to see a 4 hour gain. Usually I just trade, I like to see a little bit more. So when they gain this 4 hour here, on a retest of the bottom of it, after, so and then seeing them come down here and hold that, now I'm looking at the 15 minute. So at the 15 minute, we're here and we just gained, right? So when we push through here, I put in orders here and bought to buy this order block, and I got filled on like 2 or 3. I had more deeper, but we'll see. Maybe they'll still get tagged or not. Just price action, right? That makes sense though, right? Like it's all pretty, you know. It's kind of wide, but it's still all just price action, right? But in the altcoins, I did buy this low, this higher low. I made a play and I put, you know, I put orders in starting from the bottom of the 4 hour. So when we were here and this bounced and it failed this 4, I put orders starting here in the altcoin market. Like in don't know, we can just pull up some of the positions we're in here again. I really need to get all these on a list. AVX we got stopped out of. Dot we got stopped out of. Really need to open up my my thing here to see. X. I'll just look at this. Yeah, this is a good example of it. So here, this was the big downturn. You know, the big washout in crypto. Then on this bounce, I was just buying a higher low. So I started adding orders underneath here. And I had orders all the way down. And I just put stops underneath. And then on this initial bounce, once they gained the 4 hour, I just moved stops up. First I moved stops up just to here. And then I moved stops up to in, but now they're just in at the entry. Could honestly move them up to here. I really don't want to see this below these guys, but just at entry is fine. I don't care. And then the plan for all these alts will just be to take profits on the daily, you know, on the daily chart. So maybe even the weekly. Look at the weekly chart here for a sec. So like you know, if this starts gaining, this is about to gain a weekly, right? Time to start paying attention in crypto, really, honestly. Like now is kind of a big time to pay attention, because these weekly gains, they happen real fast, and then they gain the weekly and they come back down and test it, and then they usually fucking go. They rocket after that. You know, you can look back at when we had weekly gains. You know, it goes really fast, man, when they do it. Maybe not so much in this guy, but in Bitcoin, you know, really lots of times, man, when they've gained the weekly, it usually goes pretty quick. You know, you need to kind of be on your toes. Yeah, like this one here. 20k. 20k gave you a little bit of time, but not that much time. Yeah, this was the first weekly gain, right? After this big down draw. They gained this weekly here, but this also failed this, right? Gotta watch that sometimes. Like when it gains something, is it also failing something? Because if it's also failing something more important, then you know, you should just pay attention to that. But yeah, right here was like this was the weekly gain over 20, and then, you know, they came back and tested it. It's especially in crypto, man. Like this stuff happens all the time, and it happens really good with price action too, man. Like the price action on it is just good. It's great sometimes. Yeah, you know, if you ever have any questions, you know, just ask. I'm happy to help, or just shoot me a Discord message. It's fine. I have reading price action on like fucking lockdown at this point. I know exactly what I'm looking at all the time. I'm better at reading it than actually trading it. Oh yeah, we have to put out a message here on what was that? One of my ones. KHC. This one looks okay, man, really. You know, this is in the zone to hold. Down, gain this weekly, coming down, retesting it. You know, I moved back up to 38 to 40. We're not out of the question here. Gaining the daily here. I want to add more to this. KHC. Stocks, I just find it's a little bit easier to trade, man. I think I'm gonna honestly spend more of my time just looking for stocks. I think I'm gonna start doing a YouTube series that's like dumpster diving for stocks and just looking for ones that are just in the gutter but like showing good signs of reversal. Yeah, because honestly you can make, you know, really you can make tons of money on some of those ones. They go like 300%, 400%, no problem. The NASDAQ 100, I started doing the NASDAQ 100 review. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like my time is better spent not trading those, you know, and trading, you know, ones that are a little bit more risque. I like it a little bit more risque. Or just spend my time more trading crypto. The problem with trading crypto is everything fucking moves the same, you know, just about, you know. So there could be thousands of coins and they all look exactly the same, all the charts. So it's kind of stupid like that. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I haven't really dedicated too much time to the YouTube. All I've been doing is live streaming it, right? So, and like I use the same thumbnail every time. So I haven't put too much thought into it. Yeah, I know, man. It's unfortunate, right? They should have, maybe I should have done this when I had huge accounts. Now my accounts are not that big. I even put it out on here. Like I'm keeping this like straight open, you know? So I'm not hiding anything here. These are all my trading accounts. Before they were a lot bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna make it better too. This is gonna be I'm gonna show the equity curves. The balances are gonna adjust in real time. Right now they're adjusting in real time, but I have a trade table too where I can enter in all my trades. It's gonna be good. Just gonna take a little time to build it all out. I need to do like a little scripting too to make, because I needed to plot the the balances every day. Looks like this ES is going. I did mention this long. I was thinking about taking a long right here, but I didn't. But I did mention it because they gained this, right? They came down. They tested the 4 hour below. This is a 4 hour, right? Maybe it's daily. I don't know. Yeah, they tested the next 4 hour back. Then they came up, gained this swing. So on this, I was talking about putting in trades and putting stops here, but I never did. But would have been a pretty valid trade. Could have got 10 points out of it anyway. I feel like that's all you try to get on the ES is like just try to get 10 points and see what happens with the rest. Yeah, those were numbers, the PPI numbers or whatever it was at yeah, PPI came in negative. Kind of just wait until the numbers before any kind of trading happens for me. Now I got screwed on those numbers that last week a couple times. This past week, that just like I just get wiped out. I got wiped out here. Or was it here? This was numbers. Wiped out my position. I don't know. It was one other time too. I think here, maybe. Can't remember. Honestly, just better to wait or put trades in like while the numbers are happening. And aim for like a liquidity sweep or aim for the next thing down or whatever, right? If you know the numbers are going to come and they're going to make the market go wild, you might as well just put in trades that are like the next thing down. Like even here for the euro. Like this came down and tested the 4 hour perfectly, right? On these numbers. Yeah. 4 hour swing. Came down and tested it. These were the numbers that did that. You know, took the liquidity out from underneath here, testing this swing here perfectly, right? Could have just had an order waiting there. Like if you know the numbers are coming, then you know look for something that's a little bit like the next step back or whatever. I think I'm gonna that's how I'll play it when numbers are involved moving forward. And if it hits, it hits. If not, oh well, it doesn't matter. Just move on. Remove the trade. But it happens frequent enough where the numbers blast out and tag some kind of level. Like usually the next level back. And usually they take liquidity and it's the next level down or whatever it is, something like that, you know? All right, so it looks like Bitcoin is off to the races here. A little bit of a pump. So it's probably gonna be it for me for today. Probably try to get into a short here, but it's gonna be a counter trend short on the euro. But I'd like to see the Dixie lose this level here first. They probably won't, so they're probably going to make it hard. Yeah, I didn't know. Just call it a week and just come back on Monday. You know what I mean? Put the YouTube videos out and just call them back on Monday and Start over. What do you usually trade, Mariusz? You usually you're a crypto guy? Yeah. That's this is gonna be kind of it. We've missed kind of the trade for the ES. You know, that would have been the trade. At least we're in a Bitcoin long. We're gonna be. Oops, let me just fix that. We're gonna be moving this this profit target a bit higher. I think our first profit target will be here, but then you know the majority of this position is just gonna be all-time high. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I don't care. I just don't care at this point. Cool. Well, that's going to be the stream for today, boys. Thank you all for coming by. Big thanks to Mariusz showing the support. Appreciate that, brother. Looks like our Bitcoin trade is off to the races here at this point. Update the sheet. We'll get that sheet squared away maybe by the end of maybe in like a week or so, and then I'll make it available to everybody so you guys can have, you guys can just have a nice sheet to enter in your trades if you want or whatever, right? Keep track of everything. It's being a trader, it's kind of important to keep track of everything and be proper, you know what I mean, with your tracking. And then you can you can look over your trades literally the same day, like as soon while you're entering it in, right? It's just kind of like going through the motions of entering it in, and then you can assess the trade. Was that a good trade? Why was it good? Was that a bad trade? What did you do wrong? You know what I mean? Like it's important to do that stuff just to keep yourself, kind of on the game plan of what the fuck you're doing, right? All right. Thank you guys so much. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel for the we'll still do the top 50 crypto review because that gets a lot of views, so we'll do that. And then I'll probably do a dumpster diver stock one where I just look at like a scanner and then look for like good opportunities in that are ones that are just in the dumpster that have some opportunity. All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Peace.